Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and I want to talk about a different kind of indie comic. Now, I'm very selective on who I promote. I've done some in the past, whether it's Richard Meyer or even Mike Miller himself. I have reviewed Lone Star previously on the channel. That seems like a lifetime ago. But even as far as Doug Ernst and stuff, I'm extremely selective on who I promote. I usually go through the comic, and if I enjoy it, of course, then I'll talk about it. If I enjoy the person, their artistic ability, then I have absolutely no problem talking about it. This is one of those situations. So, basically, this is a different kind of story. Now, a lot of times when you get or back a project, you're getting this epic tale of heroics and, general comic book format. This is totally different, but in the best way possible. This is very Calvin and Hobbes style. Mike is actually rather entertaining in this. I was actually kind of surprised to find out how funny these little blurbs were. And it works for such a variety of reasons, because we all grew up, looking at the newspaper, reading those little news strips, and it's in this very similar format. Now, of course, this works, for every kind of age. He has 5 children, he has a daughter, he has sons, he has, his wife in the comic, so you're getting, so many different perspectives. You're getting the little boys playing, you're getting the teenage daughter, you're getting the married couple, you're getting the dad, the provider, so it works out on so many levels, and I really, really enjoyed, every single one of these for the most part. I really liked the, what was thrown in was the fantasy play. I remember doing that kind of stuff with my brother, dressing up and thinking I was Batman, or playing, I was Catwoman and he was Batman, and we were arch enemies, and he puts a lot of that into this, and I really, really enjoyed it. It makes so much sense. So, if you don't know who Mike Miller is, just a real quick rundown is, I found him when it came to Injustice. Now, this was years back. I absolutely adored that comic, so much so it's honestly my favorite Elseworld story, but it is what it started having me look into him as an artist. I had gotten out of comics for a while, and it's what brought me back in. And honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be. It sounds really weird, but if it wasn't for him, I don't know that. There's that snowball effect, right? So I started reading Injustice again, getting into comics. It made me want to start my channel, and so on and so forth. So it's really fitting to check this out. It's so good. He is on Kickstarter, and I don't think I've ever used Kickstarter before now. And I usually use Indiegogo, but Kickstarter seems like just a fine platform. It sounds silly to say, but I don't know near as much about Kickstarter as I do Indiegogo. And I do like the different tiers. A lot of times when it comes to these projects, they won't have the digital files simply for piracy issues, right? It does make sense from a business standpoint, but it also makes sense to sell it at a cheaper format for people to, like myself, to review. There would have been a lot of times I would have backed smaller projects had they put, an $8 to $12 price point to simply review it. Because those, sometimes, reviewing floppies is a lot harder, and you can do it, don't get me wrong. But you don't have those high-def pictures. So there is actually a digital price point here, and I really, really like that. Not only that, but there is the difference between a keepsake and kind of a floppy type format. And the best part about it is, a lot of times when you we want a signature on it, and this was for the keepsake one. It's usually pretty expensive. I think the Expendables was, I think that was $25. This is $30. And to have something that an artist that I have looked up to for a really, really long time is absolutely fantastic. I love every single bit about this, but there is one more thing that I love just a little bit more. So, he does say in here that they cost $5 to print, meaning he's going to do a for the kids type thing. So it is a $50 pledge, and it is 10 books that are going to be given to St. Jude's. So this is fantastic. Like, this is one of the more positive things I have seen, and just for the laughs, it's really, really great. I think my favorite one was where Mike lost the eraser. and it's such a silly concept, but I can literally be here editing and be looking for a pen to write something down, and I've lost it, and I've gone every room in the house. It's such a basic thing that we go through. Putting humor into it really, really works out. I enjoyed this so much, and I'm telling you right now, it is not going to be like anything you have seen as far as, you know, if you've read Lone Star, you know the quality of his work. You know his ability to write. But to see that humorous side of Mike really was quite stunning for me. I really, really enjoyed this. Like, I don't want to keep saying all of these things. Now, I haven't seen it, obviously, in full colors, and I don't know that the product is going to be the 100% the same with colors. I'm sure it is. There was a couple pages with colors, and they were fantastic. So, I really enjoyed this. I feel like I should have something negative to say, but I don't. Like, I really like, even going through this, like, his kids, you know, going through, I'm like, oh my god, Micah was just like my little brother, you know? And you can put yourself into so many of the different situations, whether it's the teenage girl or the wife or whatever. So I absolutely adored it. Yeah, I wish I could think of something negative to say just so I didn't feel like I was shilling. Like, okay, you know what? It was hard to read on my phone. There we go! I thought of nothing negative to say. I'm totally kidding. I absolutely adored this project. So I will put the link to it in the description and in the pinned comment so you guys can check it out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Subscribestar and Patreons. You guys literally make this channel possible. Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris C, Dave Ross, David L, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Sanjuro, Jeremy Burtz, Joe Bustify, Kato Roan, Magical Exotic Diamonds, Mighty Pauls, Mike Buckner, Robert, Steve Glasker, Timothy French, Ala's Matt Films, Alexander Trapp, Way Else One, and Troy Reiser. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like on the way out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.